to the Real Estate Zone. I'm standing here with Johann Rupert. And Neale is the director of the Free Market Foundation. It's quite an auspicious day here in Stellenbosch. We're here to hand over 326 property titles. And this is part of the Khaya Lam project of the Free Market Foundation. But before we get into that, Johann, why don't you just tell us a little bit about the history, the background. Who is the Free Market Foundation?
Yes, the Free Market Foundation is Africa's oldest, biggest and perhaps most influential economic policy think tank. We're 45 years or so old, and we played a very significant role in the transition from apartheid. In the early days, wanting a free market meant you were part of the anti-apartheid movement. We've always wanted black-held land to be owned. Our role has been to study every aspect of economic policy, price controls, exchange controls, regulation, even things like the way street vendors are handled by local governments to the way big banks are regulated. So we deal with every form of government regulation and try to minimize and reduce it. And the reason is very simple. There's something that is simply not debatable, which is freer economies in the world are richer economies, and more equal economies. Strangely enough, people think economic freedom or capitalism produces inequality. Quite the opposite. The most equal societies are the freest economies, and they are the richest. And the people are free, not only rich and prosperous and employed, but free, which is really our great motive, is the liberation of the individual.
I'll tell you that we're here today. It's an auspicious moment. We're handing over 326 titles to people who probably never had the opportunity in their lives before. Tell us and walk us through a little bit about, first of all, the Khaya Lam project.
Well, first of all, Khaya Lam means my home in Afrikaans, my taster. And what happens here with the Khaya Lam project is that essentially it is a property title project. The historical background to this is the fact that there have been many pernicious pieces of legislation that were enacted during the colonial era and carried on throughout the apartheid era that really economically disempowered black people. So black people could not own land, black people could not, they had their property rights nullified at the stroke of a pen. And so the Khaya Lam project begins to address that economically, and also it begins to contribute towards the healing of the people. You talk about people who've been living in houses that have been owned by government for generations. And now the significance of this is that these houses become homes as they become liberated from the government, and they reside in the hands of the people who've been living, many of whom have been living in these houses for generations. That sense of, it becomes a catalyst for economic self-empowerment, with no government being involved whatsoever. No government being involved whatsoever. So you see, ordinary people that would normally not be taken very seriously achieving extraordinary things.
Okay, so if we look at, there needs to be some kind of funding for this kind of thing, because this doesn't come from nothing. You've had some big supporters. We've got South Africa's second office, Johann Rupert. He's put in a lot of money.
Yeah.
Explain a little bit about these sponsorships, Johann Rupert's involvement and his wife Khaya. Can you maybe just elaborate a bit on that?
Yes, it started with FMF, and I want to pay tribute to them. They were the first to took the plunge and sponsored the first 100 deeds in Paris or Guatemala, as it's now called.
Yeah.
All the it was a greater metropolitan area.
Yes.
And various other people have come in, and by far the biggest is the Rupert family.
5 million eligible homes out there that need to have title deeds, and we hope the demonstration effect of this will be that more potential sponsors will come on board, and then we'll see this wonderful thing happen.
Thank you very much, Neale. I think you're really emotive and really passionate about it. I know we have to get outside to hand over those titles. I know it's going to be really emotive. Thank you very much. It was wonderful chatting to you today. Thank you.
Welcome, good morning, welcome to everyone to this very beautiful event where we will effectively be presenting 326 title deeds to the communities of Clubmats and communities of Khaya as well.
I feel like the happiest mayor in this country I feel like Father Christmas, Santa Claus, I just need my red hat. When I started off as mayor in 2016, one of the first things I said was I commit myself to give people ownership of the houses. And I want to say today to you, I'm committed to do that. Even houses where people have been renting for municipality, every property that can be handed over must go to the people.
It is really a great, exciting honor to me to be here today with you. The reason is because this is the biggest handover so far in South Africa of title deeds, and I hope to see that it gets bigger and bigger still. This is called the Khaya Lam project, Khaya Lam meaning, for those who are not familiar with the Xhosa or the Zulu, my home. It's the same origin as Khaya Lami, the famous racetrack. And this is to turn people into homeowners. People in this room here today, over 300 people in this hall, have come in as tenants, living on government land, where they have no security, where they have nothing to leave to their children, where they could be evicted at any time. For you here today, that is going to change. You will walk in as tenants and walk out as owners. I also want to make it clear that our philosophy is that you are not being given land or houses. You are not beneficiaries. That is a patronizing term for us. You are owners, and what we're doing here today is giving you the piece of paper that says you're the owner, the title deed. So it is for me moving, it is for me exciting, and I pay tribute to the Ruperts and others here today for sponsoring this program, for making the lives of hundreds and, in due course, many thousands of South Africans hugely improved, dignity, pride, and the real end of the apartheid land legacy. So with that, I wish you all well, and I thank you for your presence. The most important people here are not the people at the table, it's the people like you, the ones getting deeds. And I pay tribute to you, and I honor you, and I hope that this is a big day for you. Thank you.
It's a special moment for me because today would have been my mother's 100th birthday. She taught us one thing, which is to share. And my father did as well. And she would have been so pleased and proud to see all of you people here. En Leon het so 'n paar jaar gelede ons raad 'n voorlegging gemaak. En ek kon nie glo hoe 'n goeie idee dit was. Net om vir mense, just to get people the proof that they are the owner. And so I said to Leon, my wife and I would sponsor 10,000 families and individuals to get their title deeds, not gifts, because the only thing is the proof that what you built is yours. So be very, very careful. That title deed is something you can leave to your grandchildren. Don't leave it out of your hands. Ek het gehoor by die eintlike man wat al die werk doen, waar's Perry? Perry needs and his wonderful wife. They are the people who are doing the work on the ground. I learned when I asked him how is the records kept on the other side, because you all have your title deeds, julle het julle titeaktes. Maar hulle hou 'n baie goeie rekord aan die ander kant. So weer eens aan Leon Lou, en veral aan meneer Veldman en sy vrou vir die werk wat hulle doen. Baie, baie dankie. U kry nou net eintlik wat u al die jare geregtig op was. Baie dankie.
You are the project manager.
Yes.
How does it make you feel?
Oh, yeah, that's a heck of a question. I mean, that's the reason to do it. It makes we're making a positive contribution to the future of this country. And if everybody has property, they're not going to burn things. They're going to build the country up, because that's what you do when you own something. If you don't own anything, you have no stake. So why would you bother?